I'm going to be going through how to quickly get echoes in Deepwoken. Now, I'm not a professional Deepwoken player, but I am decent. So what you're going to want to do, doesn't matter what race you are, what name you have, this slot is going to end up wiping a bunch because that's how you get echoes. Nice face to start out with. You're going to want to immediately pick Battle Axe, just because this is what I prefer to go through Trial of One. If you are like a Trial of One goat and know how to get through it, then please pick whatever you feel is best for you. I'm going to go Attunementless, just to get that extra 10 points. You're also going to shove everything you have into Agility right here. And get Autodidact if you want this to go a little bit faster. It's not necessary, but nothing matters here. Now you're also going to want to pick the Lone Warrior Origin. And after you've turned on all of the modifiers by hitting this button, you're going to want to deselect Hollow and Vow of Thorns. They don't give you, like, look at this. They give you literally 3.2. Like, it's there. You have enough. The most important thing to make sure. Now, if you are not confident in Trial of One, you can get it, but you can barely get it done. I would disable Fragile Heart, because that makes it so much harder, but it's a little bit more. So I'm going to enable it, and we're going to go straight into this slot. Yes, of course, I'd love to keep these points. Alright, so now we are going to be going through a regular Trial of One run. Ideally, we beat Angels, but that's not necessary. All we need to do is beat the Thresher. That's the point that you have to get to. In fact, you can probably quit a little bit earlier than that. But for this tutorial, I'm going to try and see what the exact point you need to quit is at. I'm fairly certain it's at the Thresher. So what you're going to do is invest all of these stat points into Agility. You'll see the reason later. Where you're going to get Agility to more than 75. Now, if you haven't uncapped Agility already, I advise you looking up how to do that right now. And after you beat this trial, or die to this trial, go and level up and try to uncap it. Or, ideally, get 75 right here, and then go and uncap it. We are going to be getting the Jet Striker Oath, which requires 50 Agility. So, if you don't have Agility uncapped, and you want to get it uncapped, get 75 here, get Jet Striker, and then go to uncap your Agility. Now, after you do the parry test, hopefully you guys know this, it's the Sharko. I always try to get a free M1. And now the base pattern is always going to be the same on this guy. He's always going to do the same things at first. Like, I know... Oh, shit. I guess I'm wrong. Oh, okay. I'm goated one. It's fine, though. I still got that. Hopefully y'all know how to fight the Sharko. Sorry, I stole a little there. Just going to keep dumping everything in Agility. You'll notice this is going fairly quickly because we don't actually have to invest any of our stat points for us. The game is putting, like, or get any of our cards. The cards are automatically picked. It's actually the fastest way to go through. Now we're up against the Golem. You can get 2-in-1s if you, like, hit him at the correct time at the start. Be careful. For this part, you're just going to want to spam parry and hold M1. Hopefully you have that setting turned on by now. If you don't, go to settings and turn on hold M1, because you can spam F while holding M1, and he will die pretty quickly. So now we are already at 46 Agility. We already have the 50. Why are my eyes red? What the... Oh, I think it's the speed cooldown from that. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Interesting side note. Once you have 50 Agility, so I guess all you have to do is beat the Golem, and you technically can get Jet Striker, and that will give you about 20-something echoes every try, but it's not going to be as much as if you had actually beaten the rest of this stuff. So it's still good to try and do better. What the... My ping just spiked really high there. I don't... God dang. Okay. Sorry about that. If you beat the Thresher, I'm pretty sure you get Agility Unbounded. So Thresher for the extra 5, well, it's more than 5 after you apply the multipliers, but Thresher if you want to get more, but if you're not confident in beating the Thresher and you just die, it's okay. I get it. You're going to want to invest all of these stat points that we have right here. And since we have a drought, we actually get a power up here, so that is different for you guys. We have agility uncapped. I'm going to attempt to go further just because the higher power you get, the more you're going to actually get from this run. If you don't know, you can actually give the angels back shots from the start. And it'll do that. If you miss a parry, try to dodge. Parry, heavy crit every time. Here, my parry's back. Because most of the time they don't dodge your heavy. Although, I say that now. Shoot, I keep missing my parry. God, he keeps rolling whenever I think he's going to actually try to hit me, bro. Whatever. This is probably going to be... If you're still here at this point, this is what I consider the hardest in Trial of 1. I'm trying to be slick with it, bro. Stop. Thank you. Alright. Once you have maybe killed the angels, honestly this part is just me trying to do better. You don't need to put any more into agility. I'm just doing it for fun. But that's a power up, so that's decent. Alright. This is the enforcer. You guys probably shouldn't even worry about this guy. Let's make it cut out. Oof. He does a lot of damage with 2 times damage on. Whatever. Comment if you know what song I'm humming. Oh, I shredded my health. Ah, didn't win. This is what it is. Once you die, press death. Died in Trial of 1. We are going to, it depends on where you spawn, but generally, if you want to start from exactly where I am, I'm on this place right here. Now we are going to go up. It's basically just going to be climbing around to the highest point you can see. In general, if you can climb higher, climb. We can't climb that way. Oh my god. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, you're going to go over to the left this way, climb up these little steps. Once you start to see this sort of iceberg formation, you'll know you're getting close. Now, this part of this section is probably going to be different for everybody else, because there are occasionally enemies spawned. Like, there can be enemies spawned right here. If there is an enemy, you don't feel confident, or you just don't want to, like, go to the depths and have to try to do this. At that point, if you go to the depths, it's just a waste. You might as well wipe there. So, what I would do is if I see an enemy, I don't know, if you're not good enough to get that enemy, that's really just a skill issue on your part. But, I'm going to keep going up here. Well, we've gotten to this iceberg now. And once you're at this iceberg here, you're going to go up. I've seen enemies spawn right here. Be careful. And we are going to continue in this direction over this pool of water. Now, there's a chance that there's like a hive lord or something here. It's a big mech. Looks like that thing in the ice. If it's here, skirt around the edge that way, going around the ice like that. But if it's not here, then just run straight this way because we are almost at the Jet Striker trainer. He is, or I don't know what their gender is, but they are right there in this cool uniform waiting for a dear rival. We are going to become their rival, spam 1, and now we're going to go to this yellow point. This is how we get the Jet Striker oath. It's a pretty easy oath to obtain. You can't lose this. If you lose this, you don't deserve to be a Jet Striker. It's that simple. Like, he's horribly slow. Like, we're in at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You had at least like 8 seconds, and I was counting slow. You're gonna spam 1, and now you have Jet Striker. And now, kill yourself. And I mean that in game. We are going to find an NPC and kill ourselves. But if you can manage to get a power up here from agility, I would recommend it. Because one more level is not nothing. Although I recommend powering up after you go down to the depths. That way you don't have to worry about killing yourself twice. Nope. Put those on. So while I'm looking for... God damn, that just did so much damage. Okay. There's a guy down there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is die to these guys, go to the depths, and power up my agility. Thank you. Alright. Grip me, somebody. Come on. Thank you. What? Come on. Finally. Arguing over my corpse or something. And once you are in the depths, that we've basically completed it. Just wipe. But if you're pretty close to leveling up one more, just invest in agility to get the power up before wiping, because that's an extra 3 echoes that you can get just off of spamming your ankle weights. Put them on. Goodness gracious. Oh. Anyways. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Ugh. That's rough. Ideally, I increase my... There we go. And now we are power 6. In probably 15 minutes, I've gotten 40 echoes. Less than 15. I'd say 8. What? 8? No, 10 minutes. This means in an hour you can get 240 echoes. So it's a pretty efficient method. I would not recommend this if you are inexperienced, but if you are wishing to hone your fighting skill against these basic enemies, I definitely wish to recommend it. Also, if you try to kill yourself in the depths and you spawn here, just kill yourself again. In-game, of course. And this will actually permanently wipe you. This is layer 2. If you don't know about it, then you probably aren't doing this method. But if you do, then you know. I guess if you wanted to get out of it, you could. Now that we are here, we are going to wipe ourselves, and I'm going to show you how much we get from about 10 to 15 minutes. If it was 15, then it'd be like 200 echoes per thing, but we are going to be getting 43 echoes, which is not bad. Not bad at all, considering that literally just took me like a second. So I would definitely recommend this method to anybody who is confident in their early Trial of 1 skill. Obviously, the Enforcer is pretty hard to beat no matter what. So if you don't feel comfortable beating the Enforcer, I would not worry. You just need to get past the Thresher. That's it. So yeah, I have already gotten doing this method twice. I just got like 80 echoes. Actually, no, I've done it 3 times in the past, like, 30 minutes. So, I already had 200 something. But, it's clear this is working, and this is how I'm going to be getting the echoes for everything that I need. I'm probably going to get this next, along with this. And then mob damage. Yeah, that's very important. Mob damage and armor are extremely important for PvE. So, yeah, this is worthless. This is not horrible, but I mistakenly invested in this, to be honest, along with tools. Tools are useful, and so is knowledge. So, honestly, yeah, do with this method what you will. Adios.